If you don't know, then you're probably too young, so I'm not going to explain it to you. So I don't want to know.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to an interesting discussion sometimes. I'm here with the boys in Blacksburg, and we have a special episode for you guys today. We have some friends here that will be asking us some questions, some thought-provoking questions, we believe. Shout out to our fans that submitted on our Instagram page. So please check it out if you haven't already. We'll be posting some content there in the coming weeks. So what's our first question?
Okay, so first question: if we could be any profession, what would it be? This, like you said, disregarding education and stuff like that, right? All right. I mean, for me, it's pretty easy. It's photography. I think you guys know that. I don't know about these boys.
For me, I think it's also kind of obvious, like either athlete or musician. I mean, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, when I was little, I wanted to be a basketball player. Then
you're still little.
Then I grew up and I'm still little. So. But outside of that, I definitely want to be a sports executive, either a GM or an owner of a professional sports team here. I think that'd be pretty cool. I do need a lot of money though.
Hey, so you'll get there. What about you, Haran?
I think I'd probably be a soccer coach. I think it would be cool to lead a team, like tactics wise.
Definitely doing sports analytics for a team because that's pretty big in all types of sports right now, especially basketball too.
Wait, but that's doable.
Yeah.
That's
I
realistic.
applied. No one.
Okay, so the question was, what conspiracy theory do you think might actually translate to a legitimate argument? I have no answer for that. I'm more of a real. I can't logically connect like these outlandish ideas to like legitimate stuff.
I don't know much about conspiracy theories, but I think the landing on the moon was a little sus.
Why is this sus?
I just heard people making fun of it. Have you seen Interstellar in the beginning? The dude doesn't actually believe it. So he convinced me.
I think for me, I would say the conspiracy theory that I believe in is that most sports we watch are rigged. There's stuff going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about.
Wait, you play sports? Like, I feel like that.
No. I meant like professional sports that we watch.
Still.
Like where money's involved, I feel like there's some stuff going on in the background. I don't know.
Haran, do you think the Cavaliers 3-1 comeback was rigged?
I know he didn't ask me, but yes.
No, that was fully legitimate. Drew, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, I have no answer. I'm like Christian. I don't know. I don't know conspiracy like that.
Yeah, nah. So somebody said Jeffrey Epstein. Like, that's not a conspiracy theory. That's just like a historical fact.
Jordan playing baseball.
What?
He got banned for gambling.
Oh, shut up. Nah.
All right, let's go to the next question.
No. The last one that I heard that I potentially believed, but then I was like, nah, this is bullshit. Is that like birds aren't real? That one's a doozy.
So what are they?
They're
like,
cameras
government-
that the
yeah.
government sends out. I believe it. And I think Elon Musk is in charge.
Like most birds, like specifically like pigeons.
Do you believe the coronavirus was engineered?
Nah, the one conspiracy theory that I kind of came up with when it came to the coronavirus was that it was sent out by the Trump administration so that nobody who was in their right mind would actually go to the polls and vote in November, and all the crazy people who already voted for him would still go vote for him so he'd win again.
That's fire. I believe that now. Oh, word. So next question.
Yeah, so we're going to move on to number 3.
Okay, if I were to make a holiday, what would I name it and how would I celebrate it? I need some time to think.
When was Gummo released?
Gummo
Gummo Day.
We can't give rats, like, we can't give it special.
Gummo Day. I would just say, you can't say anything but Blicky.
Nah. They already have, like, a year in, like, the Chinese calendar, so we can't give them a day, you know?
Yeah.
This is not a normal funny response, but I think Election Day should be a national holiday for everybody so people can actually go to the polls and vote.
That's not the answer I wanted.
But that's the answer we deserve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of a not funny answer. It was like, you know how they're like Indigenous Peoples Day? Kind of like changing it and making it like, not like National Immigrant Day, but like something along those lines. I don't know when it would be, but something to like appreciate the people who like came over, not the settlers or the pilgrims or any of those fuckers, but like, you know,
The good people in it.
the people who like helped settle normally and not slavery.
The good people. Good people day.
Yeah,
Good people immigrants day.
nice day.
Nice day.
So we asked how you would celebrate, and that's by going to your locally minority-run businesses.
And saying, have a nice day.
The question was, if you could live out the plot of any movie, what would it be?
I was gonna say Interstellar so I can go to the bookshelf. But yeah.
I was gonna say Groundhog Day because it'd be cool to just like live every day like over and over again, see what you could do with it.
Okay, my actual answer is White Men Can't Jump.
I wanna relive Lion King because the bugs in the movie look really good to eat.
Yeah, we must have a disclaimer that we're also drinking, referring to the past episode while we're recording this one. So, apologies in advance.
We're all of age and we don't encourage underage drinking. Does anyone remember
Legally, we have to say that.
Yeah, legally.
I think.
Does anyone remember what happened at the end of Limitless? Because I just remember he took the pill and popped off. But
Boy, you took the pill and they made a TV show about it.
oh, facts. But like, what happened? Did they die at the end or some shit? Okay, well, I want to do Limitless, but I don't want to be a murderer.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Low key.
Yeah.
Like bad guy, like killing bad guys is fine, right? You just can't kill good guys. So the question was, if you could hire an actor to play you in your biopic, who would it be? I'm gonna go ahead and say before they do, like Haran and Harsha, I'm gonna say Nav.
I don't think they would say that. He's also not an actor.
That's okay. He can do anything. No, I'm kidding. Maybe that guy. Who's that? What's the name of the really good-looking guy from Never Have I Ever? The Indian show. Yeah, Prashant.
I don't know if you guys have seen Superbad, but the guy who played McLovin, I think he represents me pretty well.
I don't know. I guess I would. I don't know. I don't know like tons of actors really. I guess I don't know, like Christian Bale, just 'cause we have the same name, so that's pretty cool. Not really. I mean, yeah, no, he does some crazy like method acting and stuff like that. I don't know. That's the only name that I mean. I like Ryan Reynolds. He's pretty cool. He's pretty funny too. So, I guess those would be my choices.
Yo, Dave Patel's actually a shout, I guess. How tall is he?
He's overrated.
He's not overrated.
I feel like
Yo, actually, I have one. I want to be played by
Cardi.
Avin Jogia. Avin Jogia is the guy who played back in Victorious.
What's the dude from the funny? I don't know his name. What show did you show me? Like you would watch it when you're here. It's like based on Facebook or whatever it's called.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about though. Yeah.
Oh, Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but Kumail's fucking he's good now though.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. The current question on the table is a hot dog a sandwich? I personally say yes, because it's between two pieces of bread. So, I mean, that's a fucking sandwich, isn't it?
I concur.
Yeah, but like, wait, you said there's 2 pieces of bread in the sandwich? It's usually just one hot dog bun.
No, I think it should be. I think the
down
question
the
is if
middle.
it's. I think the question is if it's covered by bread on 2 sides.
Okay, that's a different point.
Yeah, but that's why I agree though with him.
I mean, I don't think about it too much, but I think you count it as a sandwich. What would you classify it otherwise if it wasn't a sandwich?
A dog.
Okay.
It's a sandwich.
Okay. Heard it here first. Breaking news. The question was, if a doctor gave you 5 years to live, what would you do? This is probably more of a morbid response, but I would probably try and like drop off the face of the earth so that when I went away, nobody would notice as much. Yeah. So like after the 5 years are up, like it would be less of a pain, like to like less of a loss, I guess. So like I'd already gotten it out of the way, so like it wouldn't affect as many people instantaneously. No. But like what I would say is like over the 5 years, I would gradually like phase myself out of like friend groups and like stuff like that, so that like that kind of thing, like it wouldn't be such an immediate toll. Yeah. I'd probably like attempt to. No. But then the doctor's wrong, and then the whole scenario's gone. But yeah, I would probably just try to like phase myself out like slowly. If I try to just like gradually escape, But it's more of a depressing take on it, but that's what I would probably choose.
We'll see. Shut up. Do you have an answer?
I'm thinking you can go ahead if you have.
I don't know if I would have enough time for this, but I'd want to go to every single country and do like the thing to do there, basically, in every single country. I don't know yet. I haven't been to many countries. For example, if you go to India, you want to see the Taj Mahal, right? Like, yeah, it's so general. Yeah. But it's like a thing. It's like a thing. Like, for example, I want to go to like a cold country and ski. Things like that. You get it, right? You get what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Obviously, I'm not gonna go to India, bro. I already been to India. No, cause I don't know how much time I would how long it would take to go to every single country and visit. Yeah, that's true. I can generalize by region, maybe. But I would also do the opposite of Christian and keep my family closer than they were already, and my friends.
Yeah, that's the thing is that I would probably not tell anybody, and then like except for like if I was with like a significant other or something, I would try to like have as many kids as I could so that like I could live on like through that. But other than that, I wouldn't like. Yeah, like I wouldn't try to like.
I wouldn't want people to be occupied with what's happening with me. Yeah. But I mean, that's just my take.
Yeah, so ideally, like I'd be able to take a massive loan out and get a bunch of money, and ideally not have to pay it back. But I would do with that is like basically just constantly be traveling and photographing people whose, I guess in different countries, people whose maybe voices haven't been heard, or just travel with people that I care about. Yeah. Because I think I remember saying this to someone recently, but there's like a quote from Thor Ragnarok where it says Asgard is a people, not a place, and that's how I feel. So I would devote my life more to people and experiences than going to different countries, something like that.
Yeah, I think I would just like kind of like Harsher, just like try to travel to the countries I haven't been to. And like I feel like that's most people's answers when they figure. Harsher said he wanted to skydive. I don't know if I would want to do that actually.
What if you do that?
What are you scared about? Are you scared of jumping from there?
If you're scared about skydiving,
Are you scared of like? I mean, I guess you're 5 years to live anyway. Like full send.
No. That has to be. No. If you have, that's what I was gonna say.
Go out with a pen.
Yeah, bro.
I was gonna say that too.
Be like, hey,
But then
They-
family
they-
will know, dude. Imagine like being like telling your family like I'm about to like die.
yeah, no, it's like, yo, I'm gonna go skydiving. I'm gonna go skydiving, but I don't need the backpack.
The question was, at what age did you realize that your parents weren't always right? Like a couple years ago. No, I don't know actually. That's a tough question. I'll pass it along to Christian for his answer.
Yeah, I don't have like a specific like pinpoint moment, but like pretty early on. I mean, definitely before like middle school, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't think of an example, but like I guess my lifestyle is very different from like pretty much what everybody else has grown up with. Like, I live in a single parent household instead of like a double parent household, and like, I mean, I know that people, like, I learned pretty early on that people make mistakes and everything. So I never really had that like experience of like, oh, always listen to your parents. I mean, like, my mom was also pretty strict when I was young, and I realized that wasn't always right. But it is what it is. So after, I mean, I was just kind of like, all right, like, I've made the majority of my decisions for like, I don't know, a long time. So I'm not as like bound to what like my mom says I can do or what I can't do and stuff like that. So I think I have more freedom when it comes to that, like making my own decisions when it comes to like living and choosing, like if I want to go to a friend's house or something, like I don't ask, like I just say I'm going. Like it's just, a different kind of way that I live.
Yeah, I don't think I learned that early on, but having an older brother, obviously learned a lot from him, and so in some cases, I guess he taught me because he's definitely more outspoken than I am, and so he's always questioning my parents, especially if he believes differently, and so I think I learned from him, you know, when it's okay to speak out, still respectfully, but like when it's okay to speak out and disagree with your parents, especially if it's something you believe in. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I probably started to disagree with my parents around middle school too. I kind of just like started to like disagree with like their views on certain things, and I think when I was younger, I guess I didn't really have a perspective, but over time, I kind of like started to understand things better, and then started to like gain my own perspective and my own opinion. So, I mean, I've always been kind of argumentative with my parents, so I'm never like I'm not afraid to like speak out against them, and I mean, to be fair, like they've been pretty receptive to what I've had to say in the past, so that's good too.
When I was younger, I wouldn't really say anything to my parents, like talk back to them at all. So I think I realized pretty late that I was wrong. I mean, that they weren't always right. Not that I was wrong. But I would say probably sometime during high school. I can't remember exactly when, but probably like at least halfway through high school. And then it kind of flipped 180 on them, so I'd always argue with them for anything. And they were like, I miss when you were younger. But yeah, probably around then.
I think that's a good place to leave off on for a second as we take our little break. Be right back.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started.
All right, guys, welcome back. So we're gonna continue with our Q&A. We have a few questions from Instagram. We're gonna start off with a pretty popular question that we get asked often. I think the answer is pretty simple. I mean, that's just an interesting discussion sometimes. So I don't think we all have to elaborate on that. So moving on to question number 2. What are you guys most thankful for right now?
With everything going on right now, I think I'm really privileged to say that my family is safe and I don't have to worry about their safety at all times with regards to anything going on. And I'm really thankful that we're all able to just spend time together during this time and not have to worry about basic needs.
Yeah, that's kind of my answer. Like, I'm pretty appreciative of the fact that like we can all hang out together like one last time this weekend, that we're together, and like Harsha said, like my family's safe and everything. I don't have to worry about like necessities, and especially with all the non-COVID stuff that's been going on, like with regards to the country, like I'm appreciative that like our generation is taking a step in the right direction when it comes to being more proactive to fighting for equality when it comes to like gender rights and still race rights and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm appreciative of right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say the same thing again, but obviously I have to echo all of that. I'm also really thankful that I have a job right now. I can work from home and get paid. I've been working from Blacksburg the last couple of days too. So, I mean, I don't know, it's just really nice to have that, what do you call it? Flexibility, exactly, and that peace of mind in a sense that a lot of other people don't have right now. But other than that, I'm thankful for friendship and you know, whatnot, love from my parents and all that sappy bullshit.
Wait, what'd you say?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said I'm thankful for friends and love.
What's that?
Oh God. I give you love.
Yeah, just to recap, I'm thankful for everything that they've already mentioned, but also I guess the healthcare workers that have been putting their lives at risk to ensure our safety. And,
Say it louder for the people in the back.
and also also thankful for the people that have been mindful of what's been going on and been trying their best to lead healthier lives and like taking the precautions necessary.
Our last Instagram question is where do you get style inspo from? Yeah, like outfit inspiration, or like I guess inspiration on like how you dress. I'm gonna let Tarun go first since I think he's the most fashion forward of us.
That's so nice of you. Yes, my style inspiration comes from this guy. His name is Darian.famous on Instagram. You should check him out. He's fucking fire. There's also a guy named Pierre Laurent. His name is just fucking cool. But he always wears beanies. That's also cool. Yeah, I mean, I just look at them and I'm like, shit, I should really dress like that, and then I don't do anything about it. Yeah, obviously I'm not buying clothes right now because where am I gonna wear clothes to? But yeah, I guess them too. Instagram.
I guess growing up, my style was basically inspired by my mom and my sister, and then even as time went on, I feel like once I started shopping by myself, I kind of just I don't really have inspiration. I kind of just like saw what was on like deals, clearance. And I guess like through high school, I used to shop at like the the fuckboy places like Hollister, Abercrombie, American Eagle. Oh yeah, I went through a Vineyard Vines phase, and then yeah, I'll share that story. So I think it was sophomore, junior year summer. I went to the outlets in Leesburg, Virginia, and they had like a Vineyard Vines store there, and I told my mom like, oh, like let's go there, like that's how people like wearing clothes from there. So like, I got like a shirt and shorts from there, and I think I wore it like junior year once, and then like people roasted me for it, and I was like, oh shit. So then I never wore it again, and then like we were clearing out my closet before college started, and my mom like found the shorts, and she's like, oh, did you wear this? And I was like, yeah, I wore it a couple times, and then I was like, I can't really wear it because of like the sign. So then my mom literally took my shorts, and then she sewed out the Vineyard Vines logo in the back, and like it said out in words too, like she sewed that all out so I could wear it, and then I still didn't wear it.
She did the most.
Yeah, I'm the worst. But yeah, I think just over time, I kind of just started shopping at like H&M, but also fuck fast fashion though. So no more H&M.
You almost said fuck fat fashion, bro.
fuck fast fashion. FFF, triple F. But yeah, I don't really have an inspiration like Jern. I kind of just molded my own style, I guess.
Clearly, you haven't seen Pierre Laurent.
I have not. I have not seen Pierre Laurent. Yeah, we'll send it to Christian.
So, I guess I don't have I have people that look at for fashion. Like, when I think of fashion, like the first person that comes to my head is like ASAP Rocky. Like that dude's so fly. I mean, people think I got braids because of Travis Scott, but it's actually because of ASAP Rocky. Like ASAP's such a fly motherfucker. Like, and he always has like swag. Like he talks about himself, and like it doesn't sound like he's bragging. I feel like hypebeast culture. Like I like a lot of stuff in hypebeast culture, but like first of all, it's way overpriced. Like it's just not feasible to like consistently buy stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of the. I mean, I was kind of on fuck Virgil for a little bit for Off-White because of some of the stuff he did that turned out like he did do. But I mean, he fixed it, so it's okay. But I mean, I guess I'm more of a sneakerhead when it comes to like, I don't know, releases like Jordans and like Balenciagas and like Dior's. Like those are the kinds of things like I want to buy. Like when I was in high school, like I wanted to buy like Jordan 1s and that was it. But like now I want to get like Louboutins and like yeah, like yeah, no, Louboutins, not Louis V. She called me daddy. I don't even know her mama. Yeah, Christian Dior. Come on, yeah. Okay, no, deadass. People also think I'm related to Calvin Klein because of my last name, but
And he is.
bruh, no. No, the only Calvin Klein items I own are underwear, which nobody ever sees the.
What do you mean nobody
Wait,
ever
wait.
sees them? We see it all the time.
Oh, that's what it says.
I'm moving on. But basically, I mean, I look at athlete like League Fits. I don't know if anybody follows League Fits, like hoop merch and like all that kind of stuff is like I want to get some YSL, like that kind of stuff, like those kinds of like really expensive brands that I don't have the money for. Like that's what I strive for. But like I sell for like Tommy Hilfiger. Like I feel like that's a pretty good brand. I mean, like I like Levi jeans. I mean, like my style is not that complex. I guess I splurge a little bit when it comes to shoes. Like I buy Jordans, but hey man,
You should actually say this.
no.
Just say it, say it,
That man, the finesse was insane. Basically, long story short, is I got majorly finessed in Tyson's Corner Mall. Yeah, I was with Haran and Bob, so we were walking to some store, and we walked past this Jordan outlet, and like you're aware of these kinds of people in the mall that like just try to finesse you for whatever. Basically, I fell into the trap knowingly. Like I knew what was going on. Like I
You said it. You said it, man. Middle.
there were some vendors. Yeah, there's like little
All kiosks.
yeah, like the kiosk booths that are like in between when you're walking in the like one side or the other of the mall. Basically, they just pretty much hustled me out of $45 for some shoe cleaner, which I like knew was a ripoff. Like I knew it was a ripoff. So I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I will tell you it's damn good shoe cleaner. So I'm not gonna act like it was a total waste of my money, but I definitely could have bought it for like $20. But yeah.
No, it's funny because I was there for that experience, and I was also there, and I was also in New York a couple years back, and my cousin, we were walking down the street, and we walked past like these guys that were selling mixtapes, and the guy first came up to me, and he was like, "Oh, like, do you want to like hear my mixtape?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm good," and I kept walking, and then my cousin made the mistake of saying yes, and then like as soon as he said yes, like two other guys like came up like around him, and like they basically were just like talking to him, like, and they made him. They essentially sold a mixtape to him for $20, and then like after that he was like super upset. He's like, "How the hell like did that happen?" And I was like, "Damn." It was just funny. I was there for 2 experiences swindling, and I just walked past.
Because you're a bad friend.
How am I bad for? I don't know that. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, but
You're supposed to pay for it too.
the difference is I knowingly got finessed. Like I knew what I was walking into.
And you enjoyed it.
Moving on. Harsha, what do you got?
For the longest time, I shopped at the Nike store solely. I would have every single Nike shirt on there, every single saying, in every different color.
Why was that?
Why? Because I really thought that I was gonna like. I just associated myself with those athletes, bro. And all they wear is Nike, and I'm like, oh, they must have shopped at Nike too. And then my mom's like, oh, here's 30% off on Nike, and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm still a youth size, even though other people like my friends are still adult sizes, so I get cheaper prices. And Kohl's has a lot of Nike stuff too. I get my Nike socks at Kohl's. And then I got to college, and my roommate was Tarun, who's also on this podcast. And he helped me out a lot too about telling me what to get and stuff. Yeah, from Dorian and Pierre, you know. Darian. Dorian.
Darian and Pierre, but I didn't know about them back then.
But before that, like Haran, I also got my inspiration from my mom, who would also just buy things for me. But yeah, then Tarun happened. Then I started. And then
Sounds like you adopted him or something.
And then,
when did we start dating?
and then after Tarun, I got a girlfriend, and that also helped me improve my style sense.
Okay, so I think we all have our mind made up already, but this was a good question. If you had to choose between the two, you could only have either pineapple or mango for like the rest of your life.
So you have to give one up.
Yeah, you pretty much just have to give one up.
You're not eating it for the 3 life.
Yeah, but you can only choose between those. Like,
Mango. Mango's more versatile. It's easier to cut if you want to eat it in fruit form. And mango flavored juice tastes better than pineapple flavored juice. Like naked juice, mango's really good. And mango juice in India, like fruity, is pretty good too. And mango lassi. There's no pineapple lassi.
Yeah, but
Probably-
it's not good.
I would have to concur with Harsha. I would also. I don't even eat pineapple that much, to be fair, so it's pretty easy for me. I would definitely stick with mango. I love mango sticky rice. That's my go-to option if I go to the Thai restaurant, and that's like the dessert option. But yeah, I'd definitely give up pineapple.
I conquer as well. Conquer. I conquered
pineapple.
I conquered pineapple and I gave it up. Yeah, no, mango just a better fruit, bro. Come on.
Are we just Indian or brown?
We're not brown. No. I mean, Christian, you say mango? Were you about to say pineapple? All right, Christian's response doesn't matter. He says mango. Don't you?
Do you get good mango in the US?
No, you can't get. Yeah, you can't get great mango in the U.S., but no, my dad actually has a plug where, at certain times of the year, somebody texts him on WhatsApp and he's like, "Yo, how many cases of mango do you want?" And my dad, yeah, and my dad would be like, "Yeah, like 6, dog." And the guy will pull through like the next week with 6 cases of mangoes. We just eat that shit up like it's mangoes.
Okay, so this is very tough because these are two of probably my top 5 favorite fruit. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Mango, pineapple.
He's white, so grape has to be up there.
Fuck no. No.
Kiwi.
Yeah. Kiwi.
Kiwi's up there.
Yeah.
Pineapple, mango.
Yeah.
Wait, what did he say?
Kiwi. Yeah.
Kiwi, pineapple, mango, peaches.
No, I fucking.
Apricot?
No. I don't eat that often enough.
Star fruit.
No.
Star
No.
fruit.
Okay. All right. I'm not that tropical. No.
You eat it?
Blueberries.
No.
You eat it here?
Strawberries.
Yeah.
Strawberries.
I don't eat it.
Yeah.
No, but then I have to wash the peel.
Yeah. Watermelon. Nah. So I really fuck with mango, but pineapple has adverse effects when it comes to.
Don't say it. You know, he's already. Oh my god!
Oh. So pineapple is helpful when it comes to certain aspects of your romantic life. So if you don't know, then you're probably too young. So I'm not gonna explain it to you. So
Do we even have underage listeners?
I don't want to know. So yeah, I would get rid of mango just for the other effects that pineapple has on my life sometimes.
So the last question we're tackling is, what is the biggest regret in your life?
My biggest regret in my life, as opposed to someone else's life, I don't know.
Interesting way to the question.
Yeah. Actually, a lot of you already know this story, but basically, Black Friday, like 2 years ago, I tried this. It was a velour maroon Adidas tracksuit on, and with the pants and the top, like the quarter zip type thing, like the actual top, it was like $150 or $170, and I just like couldn't bring myself to pay it. But I did go to the changing room and like tried it on and took a picture. And every time I look at that picture, I would just wish I splurged on it because I fucking look so great in that shit. I look like fucking DJ Khaled out here.
That's not a good thing.
That's a great thing.
Just want to confirm, that's your biggest regret in your life?
Something so materialistic.
Well, Adidas tracksuit. Trust me, I've tried looking like the past 2 years every day, every night. People are asking if that's really my biggest regret, and it's because, yes, it is, because I make the most of the opportunities around me. And yeah.
Yeah, we're cutting that up for sure.
I think the solution to Tarun's problem is deleting that picture.
It's too late. I already framed it, and it's on my wall.
Moving on. I think my biggest regret is not having enough confidence in myself at an earlier age. I think I developed that pretty recently, and if I had it earlier, I think I would have been better off. Huh?
If you were an object.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Confidence in like myself to be more outgoing, I think. Because normally like the only people that would see my true side is just my close friends, and I wouldn't open myself up to more people. I'm a big alcoholic.
Alright, that's definitely gonna be the trailer. All right, looks like I have some growing to do because I don't do that yet, and I'm 22, so that sucks. The first thing that comes to my mind, I mean, I talked about one of these before, is like the not trying out for basketball freshman year or whatever. I feel like I actually could have been like a D3 athlete, but you know, it was dumb. So, but the other thing that comes to my mind is when I was like applying for colleges and everything, I was going on visits, and my visit here, like I don't regret coming here. That's not it. It's like my, it's so stupid actually looking back on it, but there was a concert that was like 45 minutes away from me back home that I really, really wanted to go to, but the open house at Tech was the same day, and I could only choose one because there were no other open houses that like worked with my schedule. And this concert was like, it was Tyler the Creator, A$AP Rocky, like that tour before Tyler really blew up. I think Playboy Cardi was on it too, but like I didn't know who he was at the time. But like I really wanted to go. Like it was near my birthday. Like I was like so into going that show, and then like I decided to come to Tech instead, which I don't really regret. But like I always wonder like what would happen if I had gone to that concert instead.
Do you think if you didn't go to the open house, you wouldn't have came to Tech?
No.
Wait, no.
Like
what?
I would probably still came because it was still my. But I think I was probably more sure of coming here because I went to it, just because I like that was my first time being here, my only time before orientation. So, I mean, you never know, but yeah, I probably would have still came here, but it may not have been as certain as it was before.
I think my answer would probably be being too confident in myself or being too cocky when I was like middle school and like elementary school at least. No, because I think like going into high school where like people around me were definitely smarter than me and tried a lot harder than I did. I didn't really apply myself until like mid sophomore year, and I think I really regret that. Looking back, I should have taken advantage of the opportunity I was given, and tried harder my freshman and sophomore year. I think I would have made a better high school experience for myself, and yeah, I think it would have set me up better for the future. But I think I've recovered since then, and I think I've started to understand my faults and learn from it and try to improve on it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that marks the end of this episode. Our first and probably last, which is really sad, episode where we're all together, all in one room, with our closest friends, who I want to thank for all the great questions tonight. Yeah, hopefully in the future we can make this happen again. But until then, it's been your boy. It's been your boys. At an interesting discussion sometimes.
We might have like another Q&A in the future, but maybe not all of us present. But you could always send questions on Instagram and just be on the watch out for that. We don't know when that will happen, but probably sometime in the future. So yeah, keep your eyes out.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Everyone say bye. Bye.